Hey everybody, how's it going? Octopus here, and welcome to a different kind of metal spotlight. I'm actually going to be talking about 3 metals here, kind of like Vexing B. It's exactly the same here, but people want me to cover it, and also, why not? Let's see if I can get my traits on this. Now, I have a guillotine video coming out, or if you might have already came out, I don't know when I'm going to post it, but I did my Pluto. I got to sort that a little better because of all the experience medals I do have. But Pluto, I already did Pluto B here. So Pluto B, I got a 96% or 94%, but I threw the mirrors on there for 100 because unique medals I do feel deserve the mirrors if it's not too much, because you're not going to get them for a very long time, or you probably won't pull for the reprint banner. But anyways, I got extra attack on my first trait roll. So if you guys didn't watch the video, it's under the guillotine magic video, my magic guillotine video. I got this on the first roll and the last roll, I believe. So Pluto is set. Pluto has extra attack, so I get 4 power defense for 1 turn, which is amazing. That's going to help me survive so much. But the other 2 I did not get any traits on. I got to sort that under attack again. Is my Cinderella and Cinderella and the Godmother. So Cinderella and Jack and Cinderella and the Godmother. So first off, we're going to do Cinderella and Jack because it is the lower one. I think just the only difference in it is that it costs more SP. I think it's 4 SP, but it does the same thing. Raises strength and defense of all tributes by 1 tier for 1 turn. So it does exactly what the other one does, the Cinderella and the Godmother, but the Godmother just has 1 less SP. Raises strength and defense of all tribute 1 tier for 2 turns. So it depends what Keyblade you're putting on, but at a 1.4 multiplier, it's not going to do damage. So this medal is all about defense and skills. So let's roll some traits on this and see what we can get. I don't have enough to guilt her. Sadly, this is the guilting campaign when I'm making this video, but we are rolling for that extra attack. So hopefully I get extra attack on this. If I don't, then I can't really do anything about it. First one? Paralysis resist. Alright, not a good start. We only have 3 chances after this. So I'm hoping for a very, very low percentage of happening, but I'm hoping. Oh, these defense. Vexing B is the only one so far. I'm not going to jinx it, but it's the only one so far that has not got extra attack. So the other 2 are basically there just for. You know what? Actually, I could probably roll another extra attack on the other 2. So let's back out from this. Let's back out. For one, I can't put any more dots. I'm not going to screw up like I screwed up with Chip and Dale. So let's lock this one and see if we can get 2 of them with extra attack. That would be great. Let's throw some optimization in there, give it some love, and maybe it'll give us love back. I don't know. I'm just, you know what? It just doesn't matter. I'm just trying here. Alright. 2 extra attacks, Cinderellas and Jacks would be awesome. Awesome. Not awesome. Not awesome at all. Alright. Wishful thinking over there, but whatever. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm throwing a power one there. I don't mind. I am going to increase her all the way because I want more defense on my Keyblade setup, so I do want to keep her at 6 stars. And I'm going to increase the other one to 6 stars and then combine them together. Since I did not get the extra attack on the second one, she's no longer useful to me. Even with that extra trait that she has, I'd rather have the extra attack one 100% of the time. Alright, so here we go. Let me just make sure this is the one. Extra attack, it's locked. Let's grab the other one. This is the one that's locked as well, but it only has max gauges. So let's go for that. No guilt, but it's okay. So this is basically going to be my second one. There's nothing to look at here. Let's carry on to the next part. Cinderella with the Godmother. So we got 2 out of the 4 so far that are really good to get that extra attack on for these event medals that have the defense. Now, this is a rare one, but at the same time, it's only 1 less SP, so even if I don't get it off this one, at least I have Cinderella and Jack. And I'm going to talk about why this is so good. Because every other medal is only for defense, but these ones are actually for your attack as well, so you get double the bonus off these. Ground defense. And the thing about the SP Cinderella as well, so it's SP Cinderella, my bad. But the thing about her as well is that it has 2 trait slots. It's got 2 trait slots. So if I can get defense and extra attack, well, I guess she's an attack medal. I guess I have a really. This is what you guys want to see on like other tier 5 medals or other tier 4 medals. You want to see this combination right here. This is perfect. So I didn't get it on SP Cinderella, but my Cinderella Jack is a very good example of what you want to see on these type of medals, guys. That's a perfect example. Now, The thing that's so good about these medals is that it raises, now that I have extra attack on it, I have to put an SP gauge or APP on her now. I got no choice. But if SP wasn't a problem, AoE medals are really good for triple threat, paralysis plus, sleep plus, poison plus, defense boost 3, second chances, or any defense boost in that category. You don't want to use any attack on this. You could use APPs. Again, just steer to everything that's utility and what you got to use. Specifically for this, you would want to use some kind of defense boost with this, so you can pop this in any high score challenge medal or any high score challenge Keyblade setup and you're set. So let's say you're facing a power route, you can put that in there because it raises everything and your defense. So I'm gonna get 2 defense and 2 if I have to survive multiple turns. Having defense boost 3 on her or 2 might let me survive those extra turns, or second chance is enough to make me survive multiple turns to stack that buff. So I'm gonna get ×4 buff on the second turn for my attack and my defense. So during high score challenge, you don't need to one turn your enemies, you need to do the most damage possible. So having this as a buffer for high score challenges is actually going to be really good to do multiple turns. And there's also enemies where you can squeeze out more points that recover their HP, stuff like that. So that and Pluto, this one's guaranteed on any enemy you face. Vexing B is only for your speed and magic, and your power is Pluto. So if you guys get that, that's to survive multiple turns on enemies that you don't need to one turn. Like again, high score challenge, really good. If you don't have an extra percentage medal to put in, throw one of these in to survive. I showed you guys on the last high score challenge that happened for the Mickey and Minnie Mouse. For that high score challenge, I showed you a strategy with Hercules and Vex and B, and I survived multiple turns because of that on my free-to-play accounts. And because I did that, I did a full clear with a not so strong medal. It was strong, but not enough to one turn the copters, but because of Vex and B, I survived. So using these medals, you can throw them anywhere. Keyblades don't matter because their multipliers are so low. You just slap them wherever you have a medal that's open, a slot that's open on your Keyblade. Throw them in there just for their buff and their defense. So that is very good to get extra attack on these. It's obvious, but I want to talk about it. Also, multiplayer, guys. This medal, Pluto, Vex and B, any medal that says raises defense is super important. You mix them with second chance or defense boost to face those end raid bosses in multiplayer. These medals are going to shine greatly in multiplayer. I'm not going to show you any examples because later on I'm going to make a video on facing like Lux bosses for during Lux week and stuff like that. Or actually, when I am playing multiplayer in my streams, you guys will see it. I'll use these medals for that. But these are really good for multiplayer and really good for high score challenge, and also really good for, let's say, Proud Plus quests, or not Proud mode, but Proud Plus quests where you can't survive in one turn, but with this you can survive multiple turns enough to actually do the damage. So anything you don't have to one turn, medals are really good. So for adding, just put Dales. Do not put chips on these medals. They'll never do damage. They're never going to be your damage medal, because anything that's lower than a 2.00 or even a 2.00, even at 150%, is not a good damage medal. It's not going to do good damage. So just make it level 100, add Dales, throw Sids in there if you have to. Sids are plenty now, you don't have to worry. But these medals, Pluto, Vexen, anything, defense boost, second chance is priority in skills. After that, if you already have like one of these and you have something else that does the same thing, put something like Sleep Plus or Paralysis Plus or Poison Plus, whatever you need for those certain situations in like Coliseum that can really help you as well. Yeah, that's another one. Coliseum, you guys can survive multiple turns maybe at certain levels. Once you go really high, you have no help. But that, we're talking about higher tiers. This still could help you survive multiple turns if you just try to like move a one level to an easier level in Coliseum. So lots of opportunities in medals. Do not overlook these medals, especially the Cinderella medals. They are a buffer as well, guys. Even if you don't get extra attack, if you can survive one turn, you can start stacking 2 attack and 2 defense instead of 4 and 4, which is still very good. So I would recommend definitely using these medals in your high score challenge runs if you have extra attack. If you're in multiplayer and you're dying a lot, bring in this one, bring in the other Cinderella and Jack, and then have all the rest of whatever you normally use, just so you don't have to keep dying and you can actually stay alive and revive everybody else. So you're making sure, you're guaranteeing that you guys are going to pass those multiplayer raid bosses. I know it's boring, but there's 800 jewels in there and a bunch of free stuff. So if I do go play multiplayer, I have these medals ready. So again, it's a little bit different of Metal Spotlight because I'm not going into too much detail, but they are buffers. And I already showed you in Vexing B what you can do with the proper defense buff. You can survive Lux bosses. You can solo those things by yourself. In multiplayer, I couldn't show you, but multiplayer, just use this and you're golden, guys. Especially Pluto. Pluto, if the enemy is power, Pluto's going to be so good. Max Guild wasn't needed. I just did it because it's Pluto B. It's a limited metal for now until the reprint. But yeah, again, extra attack on him. I get 4 power defense, which I can actually use right now. And we could have used last multiplayer raid boss as well. So either way, guys, don't overlook these defense medals. They're so good, especially the Cinderella ones that have the buff with it. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.